Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there. The devil, you say? All right, kids, welcome back to another episode of Marvel Tales. We're gonna have a hell of a good time this week.
Spooky season continues.
That's right. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, the Prince of Biscuits himself.
Justin the Owl, dusting off the trident.
Oh,
we're ready to talk about Daimon.
No, kids. He was just cleaning it and it went off. No.
Yeah, you know.
All right,
these things happen.
You can tell from our ham-fisted intro here. Yes, we're doing Hellstorm, the Prince of Lies, 1 through 3. The 90s. Yes, to continue spooky season.
That's right. Some more demonic mischief.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm glad you picked these, Phil, because I hadn't read these. I missed this entire series for some reason. I remember when it came out, and I did have an interest in it for sure to read it, but I think that I was just collecting way too many at the time.
Oh, yeah.
And this was one that I kind of had to miss. I had to kind of pass by. But I always intended later on to go back and revisit it, so I'm happy you picked it. I finally got a chance to read it.
I mean, this is a one I feel like it fell through the cracks for a lot of people. Like, I don't even know if I would have seen it, but I know like a friend of mine like picked up the first issue and I saw that cover. I was like, "Ooh, what's this?" I'm like, "Hellstorm."
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
It's cool.
So, but yeah, I mean, the character has been, went through kind of different, different periods. You see the character. I don't know. He had like his superhero phase, and I know he appeared like around the time like Johnny Blaze, like some of the early Johnny Blaze stuff and stuff.
Yeah, that was actually his introduction.
Yeah,
was in Ghost Rider, and some of that I think was Marvel Spotlight stuff.
Yes, Marvel Spotlight.
Yeah. And then he got his own short-lived series in the 70s, which had some crazy stuff written by Steve Gerber, some really wild out there stuff. There's a collection of that, the Son of Satan Classic, which collects all that stuff. It's an excellent little collection if anybody gets their hands on it. But that has all those classic stories, and it's a great little collection.
Yeah, because I don't think I ever read any of that series. But yeah, but he does show up in the Defenders, the West Coast Avengers.
Yeah. And then after that, we didn't see much of him for a while. Yeah, for a few years.
Well,
but they talk about that in this series.
We'll kind of get to that. Yeah, what happens to him? But I mean, at one point he marries Patsy Walker, Hellcat.
Hellcat, yeah. And I always really liked her character, Patsy Walker. I thought she was a great character. I always felt that she should have been in the Avengers longer than she was.
Yes,
or she should have had a longer spotlight in the Avengers. And I liked her in the Defenders a lot. Don't get me wrong, but I always wanted to see her do more in the Avengers.
Well, she had been around recently. Like she was in the not this current run, but like the previous Iron Man series, and then like she just had a mini series. So
I've seen that they have been using her a lot more regularly lately, which makes me happy. Yeah. I think having the character appear in that Jessica Jones series on Netflix a few years ago helped kind of revitalize some interest in the character.
Yes.
And that was a nice kind of springboard to reintroduce Hellcat and all that stuff and get her back to prominence in Marvel, where she belongs.
But yeah, she was in Christopher Cantwell's Iron Man run, and then he did there was a 3-issue miniseries just Yeah, like earlier this year was the miniseries. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
towards the
I'll have to
beginning
check
of the
that
year.
out.
Yeah, yeah, it's on the app. I just looked it up. Yeah, it's on the app. So
Check that out.
yeah, because there is some like mystical stuff going on there too. So supernatural.
As there should be.
Oh yeah, yeah.
With Hellcat, yeah.
All right, should we get to these issues?
Yeah. Do we have synopses for these ones?
For the first one, I do. I believe the
Okay.
second two don't. But yeah, here we'll set this up with a synopsis. All right, so Hellstorm, Prince of Lies, #1 from April 1993. Storm Clouds. Writer Raphael Neves, who I wasn't I wasn't like that familiar with. So,
Me either. Me either. Yeah.
so I'm looking. Yeah, the only notes I'm seeing are it's saying a writer for Marvel, but I don't remember. I don't. Yeah, like I said, I don't think I ever read any of his other work. So,
Yeah, me either. This was a first time for him. Yeah.
penciler and inker Michael Baer, colorist Janet Jackson, letterer Richard Starkings, and editor Fabian Nicieza. God, I've talked to the man at least 2-3 times, and I still don't think I can say his name.
You do a better job than I would.
The Black School is a school consisting of clergymen studying the black arts, allegedly from Satan. Oh my God! Now I just hear Dana Carvey in my head from that old Saturday Night.
Satan.
You say Satan?
The church lady.
Sorry, dating myself there, kids. Someone say Satan.
Satan.
I'm watching that younger than I should have. Satan. I think it really sets the mood. We're doing this. It's almost 11 o'clock at night, and we're doing this Hellstorm.
Yeah, it's perfect. Late in the witching hour.
Oh man, I need to get some kind of jack-o'-lantern or something.
Oh yeah,
for the October stuff.
Maybe for our Man Thing episodes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not gonna ask what you or Lilith are gonna put up for our Man Thing episode. How anything Lilith puts up might be diesel powered.
It's gonna pull crank.
It's nuclear. Gabriel Rossetti was made aware of the school, who later decided to stop it. During a sacrificial rite to Satan by the Black School, Gabriel fought the head priest to prevent the sacrifice, and he was surprised to discover that the head priest is none other than Daimon Hellstrom. When Gabriel was overpowered and Daimon tried to finish the sacrifice, the real Daimon Hellstrom then appeared and fought the fake son of Satan. As it turns out, the faux Daimon was actually a minor demon who escaped hell, and Satan needed his son to help him in bringing the escaped demon back to hell, which the real Daimon was able to do using his hellfire trident. This led to the ire of Serapha Thames, who was the wife of the faux Daimon. She blamed the real Daimon for killing her husband, then impersonating demon. All right. Thoughts?
This was interesting. Yeah, like I said, this was my first time reading this. I really enjoyed it. Actually, it wasn't what I was expecting.
No.
I wasn't expecting to see like two Daimon Hellstroms fighting each other. This
I remember
whole
the
thing
first
with
time I was reading this, I was like, are they going to use that to retcon something from his history, where it's like, oh, there was a fake one running around or something?
Yeah, like maybe that explained some of the stuff that happened in the 80s.
Yeah,
after like all of the Defender stuff happened.
Or like anytime he tried to act too heroic, was that going to be like, oh no, that was just some minor demon?
Right. That too. Yeah, explaining changes in his character that weren't really in line with what the character really was. Yeah. Yeah, and the artwork was really great. I thought that Michael Baer was a perfect choice for this because he has a very kind of dark I wouldn't say gothic style because it's not gothic, but it kind of lends itself well to that horror element. It has a kind of a very visceral. I could see it working. His art working in like a Vertigo comic for DC.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's that style of artwork that's very effective for this type of story, a horror story, and he draws a really good Daimon Hellstrom. Yeah, he looks really good, even with the ridiculous ponytail.
I know. Well, again, it's 1993.
Right? Yeah, yeah. As we said in the last episode, in the early '90s, the ponytails were everywhere.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
either ponytails or mullets.
the mullets.
I mean,
Sometimes both.
yeah. But he's the son of Satan. Come on, he's not gonna have no short haircut in '93. Come on.
No way.
Oh, you in the front and the back.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm thinking of Michael Bear's other art, which I can't remember where else I saw it. Might have seen his art, but I'm like, this art reminds me of somebody else, but I can't think of who. But I'm just like, unless I'm just thinking of more Michael Bear art.
Well, the first time I saw his artwork was in Alpha Flight.
Oh, maybe.
He did some issues around, I think it was leading up to issue 100, maybe, or right around, maybe after 100. It was right around issue 100, I think. And I liked it, but I remember thinking that his art would look better in like something like this with a darker story, with a darker edge to it.
Yeah.
A comic book, a title that was maybe more supernatural based or horror based, and yeah, I think his style is just perfect for this comic book. It's great. And we got some nice mystery here to keep people interested. It's not just a new era of Daimon Hellstrom for the '90s.
Yeah.
And a little bit of a nostalgia trip for people that knew him from the '70s and '80s stuff. It's this kind of like everything that you knew about Daimon Hellstrom is wrong, but at the same time, it keeps you interested. Like, well, who is this new person then? Was this Daimon Hellstrom the whole time, or was it
Yeah, that's what
the
I said.
demon that
Yeah.
escaped? Yeah, it makes you want to find out more, and also, like, what happened to Patsy? Where's she?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So this issue asked a lot of questions. Didn't provide very many answers, like the first issue of Ghost Rider we covered in the last episode. Which I think is you need to have that for a first issue. You need to have all those unanswered questions to keep people interested and coming back for issue number 2.
Yeah, it's not like a literal cliffhanger, but it's like, oh hey, intrigued? Yeah, come back for more.
Yeah. And this whole thing with the black school I thought was really cool, this demonic cult or like an overarching church that has these little offshoots that may or may not be murderous, depending on who's leading them. Maybe they might be doing ritual sacrifices, stabbing people in the hearts with daggers. You never know.
Yeah, and again, like I said, the big cliffhanger for me was the imposter, because it's like, well, was some of what we thought Daimon Hellstrom's major appearances, was that the imposter? Like, had the real guy ever married Patsy? Was he?
Right. Yeah, was he a member of the Defenders this whole time, or was it the demon?
Did he wear that goofy suit?
Yeah. And if so, why? Why would the demon want to become a superhero?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This makes me like, I wish like Marvel would do like a Vertigo line. It's like, give us like a darker Hellstorm series. Give us you could do Ghost Rider.
Yeah. Yeah, they could even do a new Morbius like that.
Yeah, or I mean,
Blade,
if you want to get like a 17 and up Doctor Strange series, even
Mm-hmm. There was in the Midnight Suns, there was that series called Darkhold, Pages from the Book of Sins.
Mm-hmm.
And that was really cool because it was kind of like, it was almost like a Vertigo book in which these people were trying to
Yeah.
deal with pages from this accursed book that kept cropping up everywhere.
Or even like Night Stalkers. Like, you can even throw whoever you want into that group.
Absolutely. They could do a new Night Stalkers today with some current characters, and I think that would be successful. And get D.G. Chichester to write it.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. They screwed him out of royalties. What was that? That game? It's like Midnight Suns, but the game is like SUNS or something.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
That's silly.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They could go full out with, like some kind of, I don't want to say black label like DC, but just like a Vertigo, something. Yeah.
Something like that. I feel like the time is right. I feel like Marvel could use something like that now. I don't feel like that exists, does it?
I mean, you really want to go in the left field and take a character where you could basically do whatever you want with them and just take that angle. Dr. Druid.
Oh yeah. Dr. Druid, yes. I love it, yeah.
I mean the guy's been a hero. The guy's been, betrayed a whole team of Avengers. I mean,
he's been a hero. He's been a villain. He's died. He's come back to life. He's died again.
At any second he could go off the rails just, for the slightest hint of
superior puss.
Nebula, no less.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if it was even real Nebula. It was like,
wasn't it Ravonna? Yeah.
Imposter or something.
Oh,
yeah, it was some.
Yeah, it was such a mess. God. But yeah, Dr. Druid. That's a great idea, though. Yeah.
I think aren't we getting to that next year? I think
we talked about doing a Dr. Druid month.
Hold on, I gotta look this up because
there's a Dr. Druid miniseries that I think Warren Ellis did.
I was gonna say I don't know if we did a whole Dr. Druid month, but I thought maybe we might have had that. Oh yeah, we're doing that the whole they had Avengers, Dr. Druid and Nebula thing.
Oh, that story.
And then we're doing the next episode we're doing the Fantastic Four with the time sled.
Oh yes, the time sled, the Walt Simonson. Yeah.
I don't think I told you the time sled made an appearance recently.
Oh, it did?
That Venom 25 I was telling you about, where Kang and Doom were sitting around talking about time travel. I guess Kang has the time sled. Sled.
How did he get that?
Yeah.
That's not something that Reed Richards just lays around for people.
I know. Unless Kang picks it up at some future point after Reed's dead.
Yeah. He did some time travels. Yeah.
Because that Venom 25, I told you it's good because like Kang and Doom at that point are like sitting around talking about, making fun of Reed Richards' design style because that's, Doom and his his inelegant design or whatever.
It's crude. Typical crude Reed Richards manufacture.
Oh my God, we're gonna have to work something out. Like, oh my God, even if we do it across like a couple shows, like talk to Lil, maybe next year, Marvel Tales, maybe Ultimate Spider-Cast. Maybe we just need to do a Doom month or something.
Yeah, I love that idea. I think once a year we should have a Doom month. Yeah.
The dude shows up everywhere. So
yeah, and there's so many good stories to choose from. So many. We could even do some Doom 2099 stuff.
Oh yeah.
I love that series. I'll talk about that one any day.
Or unless we just do a 2099 month.
We could do that too.
Back to some
we started
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man. Yeah, we could continue on that.
Yeah.
X-Men 2099. Yeah.
Do we do Ravage?
Ravage. We could. Stan Lee did write the first few issues of that, so
I believe he created the character. So
he did.
Yeah.
I liked Ravage. I was one of the few people that liked Ravage.
I read a few issues. I haven't read the whole thing, so I really can't comment. But yeah,
I've got the whole series.
Oh my!
And it does have its peaks and valleys, but it's interesting. It's different.
Excelsior.
And then there's those later titles like Fantastic Four 2099,
Yes. Yeah.
Ghost Rider 2099.
Ghost Rider. Yeah. I was a devoted fan of the 2099 line. I really liked it. I liked it a lot.
Although I hear that there's one 2099 title people should not dabble in.
Oh, yes.
Hulk 2099.
Hulk.
Gotta
Yeah.
rub that one in.
Yeah, that one has given some serious trauma to Russell, which is understandable.
That's right.
Oh, some of that stuff is so atrocious.
Over a year ago, you dick.
He still wakes up screaming. Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah. Just write that down. I make all these notes. Oh yeah. So we definitely need at least a Doom month. But yeah, maybe we'll do
Yeah.
2099 month. Yeah. I think next year I got it. Doomcember.
Doomcember. Oh, I love
Yes!
it. Yeah.
Merry
I
Christmas, you
love that.
peasants.
We're closing out the year in Latveria.
Here's your present. You bask in the glory that is Doom.
That's right. You get a lump of charcoal.
Oh my
love
god.
it.
I know.
Yeah,
Oh,
Doomcember. Let's do that.
oh yeah. That's it. I think she'd be down for it anyway, but that's how you hook Lilith. You do a theme month. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
We'll
Enough
do
of
a
this,
different one each week. Yeah.
enough of these happy tales. Enough of this.
All right.
Hell,
I
you
already have one picked for Doomcember.
Hell, you could do real Doom. You could do freaking Christoph.
Christoph, yeah.
Horny Doombot December. Yes.
Doombots. No, I think for Doomcember, I'm going to pick that Fantastic Four annual where he grabs Franklin Richards and tries to barter him to Mephisto for his mom's soul. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So Hellstorm. Should we get to the next issue?
Yeah, number 2.
Yeah. All right. So I don't know synopsis, but yeah, Hellstorm number 2, May 1993. Strange Encounters. By the same team.
Doctor Strange.
I was gonna say, there's a guest star. I wonder who's gonna be guest starring in Strange Encounters.
I wonder who it could be.
Oh, that's another one we got to cover. That Doctor Strange for the 90s, where like he kind of gets split, and like one of them's like that masks.
Yeah, almost looks like Spawn, and then there's the other guy, Vincent Stevens. Yeah, that was an interesting story. I actually liked that. It was a cool little diversion. I knew it wasn't going to last forever, and they were eventually going to bring Stephen Strange back to the way that he was. But even then, they changed him at the end of that storyline, and they gave him like John Lennon glasses and this long hair.
He aged them and stuff.
Yeah, he was super young. He looked like he was in his 20s. It was so weird.
That seemed to be a thing in the 90s. I don't know if they thought they were going to reach more kids, like de-aging characters.
Yeah, with Iron Man. Yeah.
Oh God, we did the crossing. We're gonna have 15 Iron Man someday.
Someday when we want to cover some stinky ones. Yeah.
There is like a 1 month like Avengers crossover. Like it was like Teen Iron Man 4, Captain America. I mean, it's in that Warren Ellis era, so it's shirtless Thor. So
oh well, yeah, there's some.
He's like, and Mark Waid, beginning of like Mark Waid, Captain America. So
yeah. There's some good stuff in there for sure.
All right, so Hellstorm, Prince of Lies, number 2. So he's hanging out at this club. Hell's a poppin'.
Hell's a poppin', yeah. Having a casual conversation with none other than Dr. Stephen Strange in the nightclub. Who
I know. I like
he takes an interest in what he's doing there and why.
Yeah, I love when Strange walks in because it's he like walks past the bouncer because it even says like Bruno was born with mild psychic powers and helped him decide who to date, what horse to bet on, who to trust. But the power emanating from this man is so palpable that even without his gift, Bruno is taken aback. because this man is Dr. Stephen Strange, master of the mystic arts, sorcerer supreme.
That's so cool. I love that picture where he's just kind of striding into the club in that suit.
Oh yeah, that's that woman in the barely there red dress. She's like, I'd like to cast a spell on him.
Superior puss.
Don't get stuck in that pentagram, Doc.
Yeah. Compromising positions.
Exactly. So we see a bunch of weird characters here, but then yeah, I love when the drunk realizes who he's like mouthing off to.
Yeah. I
So,
like
yes.
too when Stephen and Damon are having that conversation, he brings up the World Gossip Weekly article that says Satan has a son, and it shows that classic image of Daimon Hellstrom holding up the trident. I think it's from one of the Marvel Spotlight issues from the 70s.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and Damon says, "You're right. This is terrible. I can't believe I ever dressed this way. Terrible."
I mean, basically the costume, he's basically shirtless with a cape, and then he just has like a pentagram painted on his like chest.
On his chest, yeah. Which I didn't see a problem with it personally, but
Well, I was gonna say, yeah, I'm sure you had no problem with that.
I thought that costume was great.
Hot biscuit straight from the oven, huh?
That's right. A little singed around the edges. And then we get a hilarious sequence with a subplot with Gabriel from the previous issue, who is having a bit of a tizzy in his apartment room, screaming and pounding the walls. "Why hast thou forsaken me?" And then his next door neighbor's pounding on the wall. "Why hast thou forsaken me, pal? You want to keep it quiet in there?" Oh, it's so good.
Then he's thinking about his, was it Desada, his assistant, his lover, lost him forever.
His assistant and lover, yeah.
But yeah, then we see Doctor Strange is still talking to Hellstorm.
Yeah, and things get a little heated. Damon says, "Wrong on both counts, Doctor. We were never friends. Allies, perhaps, but never friends. And I am not, nor will I ever be, a man."
Strange. He's like you find it weird to find them here because he's like, what? Two questions. Why do you choose to so flagrantly cheat on your wife? And Damon's like, Doctor, Patsy has voiced no objection, and Doctor Strange, yeah, too. Why are you still alive?
Yeah, weren't you supposed to be dead?
Next, he says, Patsy called me, and you were like at death's door. He's like, now you're fine.
And then we get a little bit of a recap of, well, Damon's origin, really, how his parents met.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because his mother's ancestors came over on the Mayflower. Hardy New England stock.
Perfect for giving birth to the son of Satan, you know.
Exactly.
No big deal.
Oh, my. Yes, she runs across a stranger. I love this. The stranger seemed to be of European or Middle Eastern blood, very appealing to a woman in search of exotic pleasure.
Exotic pleasure. She's like, "Ooh, those pointy ears."
You have always had a thing for Leonard Nimoy.
Live long and prosper, baby.
It all happened quite quickly. Courtship, engagement, seduction.
Yeah, I bet it happened quickly.
Her parents forbade it, but then all of a sudden they died of cancer.
Yeah, what a coincidence.
Yes.
Yeah.
But a week after the funeral, she married the man.
Yeah. Well, you know, people move fast in those days.
She knew nothing about him, but she was in love.
Well, you know, When the D's that good, it's that
Whoa!
good. Some of that devil D.
The trident.
There's a reason why they call it devil D.
Oh my! That flaming trident. Devil D.
I need that as a drop, please.
Uh,
How hard is it?
Well, she got pregnant pretty quick, so.
We were busy boning.
Exactly.
So yeah, she gets pregnant, and yeah, after a difficult labor, they have a son.
With a very moist birth, by the way.
Oh yeah, they even clean them off, the blood off right away.
Nasty.
Yeah. Trust me, I have a child. Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, yeah.
little visceral there.
Let them clean them off first. Yeah.
Yeah.
His first memory is my father reading to me. I didn't understand the words he recited, but it hardly mattered. It was enough that he paid attention. But then the father kept taking extended trips, leaving us both alone. But then she decided
there was a sister.
Yeah, she decided to have another child because when Daimon was 3, I heard her labored shrieks and father's laughter. To the devil came a daughter, Satana. But yeah, it seemed like his father was always closer to his sister than him.
Yeah, they killed birds together and all kinds of lovely father-daughter activities.
Yeah, they were schooled at home. But yeah, his mother encouraged. They kept him, as long as they kept him away from his father. Yeah, she encouraged his passions, especially his secret passion for comic books. But then something happened to his mother. He heard his mother shrieking and screaming. He's like, it was deafening. I just prayed she would hurry and die.
Yeah. Yeesh.
She even she would shrink at my touch. You see, in her pain, she thought I was my father. But so he had to run and get help because they had no phone. They put mother in an asylum. My sister and I went to separate orphanages. Father had disappeared. Then when he was 18,
the father just abandons him.
Then when he's 18, he joined the monastery. And then when he was around 21, his mother died. He inherited the house.
Yeah, that was where his series took place. Was in in that estate.
But yeah, he found his mother's diary, and it's where I guess he truly first learned, yes, I am my father's son, and my father's the devil.
The devil.
Yeah,
and we got a great full page splash of him and his superhero guys with the Defenders. I love that page. It's so cool.
Yeah, because I think that, Doctor Strange is like, what's this have to do with the article? He's like, we fought together against your father's minions. He's like, wow, Doctor, don't you see? This isn't, hold up that picture. This isn't me.
Yeah, that was a buffoon dressed in outlandish clothing, prancing about like a peacock living out a childhood fantasy. That Daimon Hellstrom played at being a superhero, hoping that would somehow qualify his existence.
But yeah, I could get kids with the comic books and stuff. Yeah. But as you know, Doctor, as all learned men know, there is no Satan, there is no hell. There are only pan-dimensional creatures who rule pan-dimensional worlds, who call themselves fanciful names and play the games as you do, and you believe that because the reality is too much to bear. But yeah, it says it's strange. Yeah, look around. You see people dancing, enjoying life. I see the ghosts of the dead, the evil that they hide, the hell they might face.
And I know my father is to blame.
Strange. It's like, I came here for answers. I have more questions.
Yeah.
He says, I'll let the matter rest. And again, he says Patsy's fine and Isaac is helping.
Isaac the gargoyle.
Yes. And Strange says, he's like, I know something's wrong. He says, but if I should ever discover your current attitude has caused harm to Patsy or Isaac or any innocents, I assure you. Hellstorm goes, there will be hell to pay, right, Doctor? Right? He starts
He
laughing.
was just laughing and walking away. Yeah.
So, yeah, Doctor Strange flies out of there.
There's a little bit of a fight with a drunken patron of the Hell's a Poppin' bar, the club, who grabs a broken bottle and tries to slash Daimon with it. I'll kill you! Don't make promises you can't keep. And smashes the dude into the floor.
And again, it's odd because Hellstorm's like, it's how odd he thinks to almost tell the whole truth. So something's going on here. But yeah, I guess Hellstorm's date standing there. He says, pardon me, my dear, I'm a bit tired. You don't see yourself home? Oh, yeah, he hit the guy with the bottle and stuff. He goes, Bruno, please call for an ambulance. One of the guests has a splitting headache. So he drives to his San Francisco home. I guess there's some kind of portal there, which takes him to Fire Lake, Massachusetts. So yes, he's across the country.
Yeah, that's where I believe that's where his estate was when it was mentioned previously.
Yeah, well, yeah, he did say the northeast. So yeah,
I think it was Fire Lake. Yeah,
but yeah, we see Isaac's there, the gargoyle.
Yeah, who's essentially kind of his manservant.
Mm-hmm.
Like he gets free room and board at this Fire Lake residence, but he's bored. So he doesn't have anything to do all day, so he just kind of cleans the place and acts as a butler for Daimon.
Yep, and he asks if Patsy's still up. He says yes, and then Isaac's like, how'd your meeting with Doctor Strange go? And he's like, as well as could be expected. He's full of questions. And Isaac's like, did he ask about me? And Daimon goes, nope.
And Isaac's like, oh. It's like, oh, poor gargoyle. All he wants is somebody to be interested in him.
Yes. And then he walks in to see Patsy. Hey, baby, sorry I'm late. Miss me? But then, yes, at the last page, we kind of see what's up with Patsy because,
yeah. Oh.
Yeah, bald head. Yeah, she looks like she's out. There's like drool running down. Yeah, she's not She's not there.
She looks like Britney Spears the time that Britney Spears had that meltdown and like attacked that SUV with the umbrella. Remember that?
Oh
She
yeah,
shaved her head and went nuts and went after that. Oh, poor Patsy. What have they done to you?
I mean, she's wearing that purple dress with all that 90s cleavage.
Yeah. What is that about? Oh, Patsy.
Yeah. I love the next tissue box. Next, what in hell is going on?
What in hell is going on? What did you think of this one, Phil?
Again, it's like Doctor Strange. It's like this series just keeps giving you more questions. It's like, what's going on with Patsy? And when Doctor Strange asks him, it's like, we fought, we were allies. And he's like, that's not the same man. So it's like, wait a minute, are you speaking metaphorically or are you saying that imposter
literally,
issue 1 was,
Yeah, you're right. There's more questions. And yeah, they worked together in the Defenders for years. Yeah, they went through a lot of stuff together in there.
Because again, it seems like, in those previous appearances, it seemed like he was fighting against his father's influence. Now all of a sudden it just almost seems like he doesn't care almost.
Yeah. He's completely apathetic about it.
And again, it seems like, okay, he still has Patsy, but, it seems like he's out on the town with other women, but then he goes home and she's kind of...
And there's the kind of a cold, a kind of callous nature to him that wasn't there before. Yeah. Yeah. And also the way that he jokes with Doctor Strange, saying, "Oh, there's going to be hell to pay, right, Steven? Right?" Almost taunting him, like, yeah, not taking any of it seriously. It's a very different Daimon Hellstrom than we're used to seeing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Should we get to the third one? Because we kind of get more like flashbacks and stuff in this one. Yeah.
That's true. It is more stuff in the past with Patsy too. Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't like drag that out. Like, they didn't make you wait like 6 months or a year to get some of this stuff. Although it's not like all answers. We're getting more questions here, but
yeah, me too. They really addressed everything right from the bat, and I was happy with that. I felt like it would have been really confusing if they had avoided referencing any of that stuff.
All right. So Hellstorm Prince of Lies #3, June 1993. Paradise Lost. Same writer and penciler. This colors Janet Jackson. I think that's new. Letterers Richard Starkings and John Goschel, and editors Carlos Lopez and Fabian. So a little different here. Yeah, no synopsis for this either.
Yeah.
Like I said, it just sucks because it's like I think this series fell like under so many people's radars.
It really did. It definitely fell under mine, and I like it. I was really impressed with these first 3 issues a lot. Yeah, because we have 3 characters from the Defenders, which all 3, which I knew and enjoyed very much. Daimon, Patsy, and Isaac. We see all 3 of them in the first 3 issues of the series, and it's such a wildly different version. But I like it.
But yeah, I mean, this picks up. We kind of see, Daimon he's talking to Patsy, but she's not answering back. So he's talking about, I miss the old house. Maybe I'll move back after I finish my business.
She's catatonic. She's completely just staring off into space. She's not replying. She's not saying anything.
But yeah, we kind of flash back to, to one point when he's telling her, I can't deny my feelings anymore.
When they have their costumes on, when their romance was just kind of starting.
He's like, you don't love me? She's like, I can't love you. I'm attracted to you, of course, but we're so different. We literally come from different worlds.
I can't love you. No, Patsy, I'm sorry. Who could love the son of Satan?
Yeah.
Some angst here, yeah. I love that. We get another great full page spread from Michael Baer.
Yeah.
With him on top of that rooftop, howling at the night. I love it.
We didn't care where the Dark Soul went, did we?
Well, they probably should have.
Yeah, actually, again, once that left, his little pentagram disappeared, and for all intents and purposes, Daimon Hellstrom was no longer the son of Satan. So they got married, it looks like, and then they got a house.
They started Hellstrom and Hellstrom Occult Investigations.
Yep.
Husband and wife ghost busting team.
Yeah. First few months, fought side by side against all manner of ghosts and goblins, weren't they? Again, that would be an interesting, like a Vertigo type title is like these two.
Yeah. Doing some exorcism type stuff. Or like those movies, The Conjuring, like that type of situation, but with Patsy and Daimon. Yeah, it'd be so good.
We're so preoccupied. We never questioned why I still had my powers, even without the Dark Soul.
And the Trident still worked, even without the Dark Soul to use it. Yeah.
Preoccupied. Don't you think to be like, oh, I still have the powers I got from being the son of the devil?
Yeah. I would have thought that would have been a burning question at the very least.
Oh. So he says, I wandered and tried to find myself. First to a Georgetown University where I'd been a teacher, only to discover my life had been taken over by a nameless demon who tried to kill me last week, by the way.
Side note.
And then to a small monastery on the outskirts of Massachusetts. It was there I met Brother Joshua, who I thought was also seeking to rest his troubled soul. Instead, I found that he was trying to rest mine, and his name wasn't Joshua. It was, believe it or not, Miracle Man.
Miracle Man. And he has the dark soul.
That's right. Because Joshua was saying it belongs to me now. He was wrong, of course. The dark soul belongs to no man. If anything, Joshua was a slave to it. But then the defenders came to his rescue.
Overmind, Valkyrie, the Beast, Isaac, and you, my darling Patsy.
Dark soul had full reign now, no longer held in check by my stuffy human morals. They say I would have defeated you all had I not challenged it, drawn it out of Miracle Man's body, and begged it to return to my own. But the Overmind and Patsy's burgeoning mental powers halted Dark Soul's path and forced it to find a new host. Yes, a snake, kids.
Yeah, I know. Then there's a reference to the Avengers, the West Coast Avengers team up against Master Pandemonium.
Yep. Absurd. If only someone had told me how ludicrous I looked in my new costume. Oh my! Then that's that panel below that, man. We get. I mean,
full naked Daimon. Yeah. I guess he really hates that costume. He's burning it. He'd rather walk around naked than wear that costume.
No wonder Justin was like, "Yeah, good choice on these."
Yeah, good choice, Phil. We'll read some more of these.
So he says, well, Patsy's like, you're burning your costume. I won't need it anymore. Watch, as hard as I can concentrate, I can generate little more than a colored light show. My powers are waning. But yeah, they took it as like basically the loss of my hellfire was the last proof of you needed. I was now finally a mortal man.
Or so he thought.
Yeah, till one night Isaac shows up after the death of his
yes,
wife or girlfriend.
Dolly. Yeah,
she was old. She was mortal. Her death was natural or inevitable.
Yeah, poor Dolly.
Yeah, but Isaac had gone to Doctor Strange, but Strange's home was overcrowded. Demons, disciples, dimensions, and such. And if they were female assistants, he was trying to bang.
That's right. Side details.
Exactly. So yeah, that's when Isaac came to stay with them. Although we never spoke of it, although you knew I cared for Isaac, you also knew he made me uncomfortable. For how could we forget my past when this welcome guest served as a constant demonic reminder?
That's true.
Yep.
Yeah. They talk about when he had his little heart attack thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they unpacked. This is no ordinary book. The Grimorium Vernum. Oh Lord, it bound in flesh.
Yeah, almost as powerful as the Darkhold.
Yeah,
also contained a spell to summon the devil.
So yeah, basically it looks like gee, how about this when Isaac puts on the tuxedos like playing butler.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was not expecting to see him in a tuxedo. Yeah, that was a surprise.
I think every crime fighter needs a trusty butler. Hey, Master Bruce.
Batman, my favorite character.
Oh yeah.
all men eventually find their hell, eh, Ray?
Favorite character.
So yeah, Damon's in pain, and then yes, he's dying, but the doctors had no idea why. Physically, he's fine.
And in one of these panels, we get a great little. It almost looks like the cover to The Exorcist, the movie, with Doctor Strange just standing there in the light, almost like the Exorcist, Father Merrin from the from the Exorcist
Yeah.
movie in the light. Yeah, it's so cool.
But yeah, so yeah, Doctor Strange is
Uses his magic to separate the dark soul from Daimon.
yeah, the evil's been terminated, but the cosmic balance within him has been horribly disrupted. And Patsy wants to know how you fix it, and Strange is like, Patsy, there's nothing to fix. Without his dark soul, he's going to die.
Which I thought was kind of weird, because didn't he lose the dark soul before and he didn't perish?
It seems like it.
That part I didn't understand quite fully.
Although I don't know if they were separated again, or is Strange just like, oh, this is when this whole thing started, when he was separated from the.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it wasn't weird. But yeah, Patsy's like, no. He turned his back on what he was for me. And she's wearing a 90s costume if I ever saw one.
Totally. Yeah, bright orange leotard. Yeah.
No sleeves. I mean, giving you plenty of side boob there.
Total side boob. Yeah. She almost looks like Mara from Aquaman.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But she's like, oh, some master of the mystic arts you turn to be. Get out.
Yeah, get out.
So yeah, so as far as because Strange tells Isaac to keep him posted. So yeah, so as we saw last issue, as far as Strange news, Hellstorm was dying.
There's nothing he could do to help him. So then he leaves, and Patsy starts to consult the dark book.
Yeah.
For a spell to save Damon's life.
Who dares summon the angel of light, the tempter of the Lord of Flies?
Mortal flesh, how tasty. And you, slug. He's talking to the gargoyle. I love this part. He goes, and you, slug, we know you. How is your master, Merlin? And then Isaac goes, that's another demon. I'm the gargoyle. I'm cuter.
So basically, Patsy's asking the devil for help, and he's like, our son's wench, what do you want with us?
Our son denied his birthright. He refused our gift of eternal life, eternal rule. His very existence plagues us. Yes, we will help him to die.
But Patsy's basically like, that's not what you want. She's like, you know as well as I do, if Daimon dies, the game is over. He died, there's no one to challenge you, to test your power.
Yeah.
But she said she wants her husband. You want your son back as much as I do, so let's get that over with. And the devil's telling her to break the seal. If they say, he says, you have our word, we will not harm you. But ask yourself, Patricia Walker Hellstorm, would he do the same for you? Would he? She said, it doesn't matter.
But it does. It most certainly does. That's when the dark soul rushes back in.
Yep.
To Damon's body, revitalizing him. And another great full-page spread from Michael Baer here. In one spectacular, brilliant moment of horror, Daimon Hellstrom was gone, and the son of Satan lived again.
And another page for Justin here. I mean, he's completely naked except for a strategically placed shadow there.
Yep. Yep, me likey.
But at first she's like, "Oh, thank God you're all," and he's like, "Don't look at me." Yes, Patsy Hellstrom, see what you have wrought. Look on the true face of our son.
Yeah, and that's when things get bad because
Yeah.
Patsy starts to lose her mind when she sees the true face
Mm-hmm.
of Daimon Hellstrom.
Yeah, they kind of call back to this in that recent Hellcat miniseries. Yeah.
Oh, they do? Yeah.
Yeah, like her looking on his true face and stuff. Yeah.
Mm. And then
Because
Daimon says, I thank you for what you've done. I love you for it. But were I in your place, I would have let you die. I'm sorry. Like, ooh, I guess Satan was right after all. Ooh.
Well, again, too, it's like, I would have let you. Is it just that he's heartless now, or is it just like basically like I'd rather let you die and maybe go to a better place than be stuck with this darkness inside you?
Right, living with this curse. Yeah, it's not a blessing; it's a curse to live with this dark soul thing. Yeah,
And I mean, pretty much now you're fully the son of Satan again. So when you die, you pretty much know where you're going.
right. Yeah. Yeah, he's got the pentagram back on his chest and everything.
But yeah, that last page, another full page spread. It's like, Father, Son, don't you? Of course, it is inevitable. When? Soon. You will be waiting. You'll see. To the death, Father. We wouldn't have it any other way. And Son, welcome back.
Welcome back. Oh, it's so good. It's such a great ending to the issue.
Welcome back, son. And then you cue the welcome back Cotter music. Welcome back. So that took a dark turn.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like this should have been in the Midnight Suns line in the 90s. I feel like it would have fit perfectly in that. I wonder why it was excluded from that range.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they just don't want to like deal with it's like, why wouldn't you want to have like a Ghost Rider show up every so often, or a Blade or something? Yeah, I think
yeah, or Morbius, or
put the numbers up. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, these first 3 issues were great. I definitely want to read some more of this and see where this goes. I mean, I know that Patsy eventually takes her life in this series.
Yeah.
Something happens, she dies in this, and she gets returned to life later.
You know where?
Isn't it Avengers?
I believe it's isn't it the Thunderbolts? I think when Hawkeye
Oh,
is
it's
like
Thunderbolts.
I believe it's Thunderbolts. It's like an annual. Like he goes to hell to like he thinks hell Mockingbird's
Mockingbird,
involved,
yes.
but he goes back and they think they pull her out, but it turns out to be Patsy. And
That's right. Yes. Oh,
because
that was an annual. Yeah.
as we find out years later, no, it wasn't the real Mockingbird. She had been replaced by
It was a scroll.
It was a scroll Mockingbird in hell.
She must be pissed. She's like, I'm never taking that assignment again. Why did I agree to this mission?
You can find peace in death, but no.
Scroll Mockingbird. It's a scroll Mockingbird fighting endlessly in hell forever.
Just Mephisto sitting on the throne saying, okay, now do the Wasp. Yeah.
He's just keeping her around for entertainment.
You do villains too, right? Yeah. Come on.
Yeah. Emma Frost. Yeah. Turn
Oh,
into Emma Frost.
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know Mephisto likes some Emma Frost.
We love her down here. Yeah. Emma Frost.
Yeah, these 3 issues were great. The art was great in all 3 of them. It was very different from other kind of horror leaning comic books at the time. It had its own unique flavor. We had a great Doctor Strange guest appearance. We have some cameos from the Gargoyle and Hellcat. I love it. Yeah, it's a great intro to this series
Yes.
for sure.
I was just trying to look here to see how many issues this lasted because, like I said, I think only the first 13 are on Marvel Unlimited.
I think it went for a couple of years though, didn't it?
It's looking like, well, in the Marvel database, it's up to 21. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. See if it's final issue or not. But yeah, but that's weird. It's like if it's 21 and you're already up to 13 on the app, why wouldn't you just throw the last couple?
Yeah. Why wouldn't you put the whole thing on there? I agree. Yeah, if there's 20-something issues, that would make a great epic collection if they collected the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't see anything that says last issue, but it might be. Oh, issue 21 written by Warren Ellis.
No, no kidding.
Mm-hmm. So he wrote some of this. Oh, maybe it is the last issue. It's in 36 pages, so maybe they $2 back in 1994. So yeah, maybe it is like a little oversized final issue or something.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, different writer, different artist. So yeah, so this thing gets handed off at some point.
Yeah.
Oh no, it had a backup story, I guess, in it. Oh my. Sounds like something for Will Hellfire's hard drive. For the backup story is Fur Bible Part 2.
Oh my. Wow.
Sounds like something like if Will Hellfire's hard drive had been around in the 70s. Jeez.
So much fur.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm looking at these issues now. It looks like Warren Ellis takes over around issue 12.
Okay, so maybe like yeah, the
Raphael
same. Yeah, maybe
Neves,
Raphael the first year, and then
yeah, it looks like he was on up until issue number 6, and then Len Kaminsky took over for a few issues, and then it was Warren Ellis after that. Yeah.
Once again, it was the chaotic 90s, but maybe that's like another reason it didn't last longer. Is that it's just like it kept getting handed off, so like the momentum kept shifting. Yeah,
and it looks like the artists changed a lot too.
yeah.
Yeah, so maybe that had something to do with it too. Yeah, because that Michael Bears, he's a tough act to follow. That's some really great artwork. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it looks like it might be 21 issues, kids, but
yeah,
there's only like, I think the first 13 are on the app.
Yeah, definitely check them out. Yeah, there's another Hellstorm Son of Satan miniseries from 2006. Equinox. And it looks like there is a Hellstorm omnibus.
No.
It's out of print, but it collects Prince of Lies 12 through 21.
Ooh.
And get this, Phil, and also Druid number 1 through 4. The Druid miniseries is added to this. Probably because both were written by Warren Ellis. Yeah, that was released back in 2018. So there is an omnibus of this, of some of the Warren Ellis portion of the series, if people are interested in that.
Oh, nice. Wait a minute. Okay, I thought that was a collection for a second. Nope. Yeah, I was on comicshop.com. Yeah, you can buy the back issues, kids. It's like a couple, like $5-6 a piece, but yeah.
Yeah. And probably if you go on eBay, you could probably find the whole set for pretty cheap.
Yeah, because number 3 that we just talked about, there's an eBay listing for $4.49 for that issue. So. So yeah, I mean, if you hunt around, kids, you could probably find the back issues, or there might be a collection or two. Because again, it's only 21 issues, so
Yeah. Yeah, and I bet that that Warren Ellis collection, I bet that's really good.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Any other thoughts on these, Justin?
No, yeah, like I said, I really enjoyed this. I love the classic Son of Satan stuff from the
Yes.
70s that I mentioned earlier that appears in that collection. So to see a different version of Daimon was cool. And it was nice to finally get around to reading this after almost 30 years. Yeah.
It's like one of those characters. It's like, he shows up in a book for a while, and then it's like,
Mm.
oh, maybe you'll see him next decade.
Yeah. He'll come back eventually. You'll see him again. You just can't say when.
But no, I mean that was like one of the good things about that Defenders book, where it's like, you might see characters you you wouldn't see anywhere else, like
Right.
the Son of Satan, or
Gargoyle and
yeah,
Hellcat and
or
Valkyrie.
Nighthawk monthly. Yeah,
Nighthawk.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. People that you'd never see otherwise. Exactly. Yeah.
All right, so should we wrap this up?
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, kids, that's our first half of this October, and again, the next half we're going to be doing our Marvel Comics Presents. So
Spooky
yeah,
season continues
that's right. So
with the macabre tale of the Man-Thing.
yes, part 1 and part 2, the next 2 episodes, kids. So yeah, Marvel Comics Presents 1 through 6, and then 7 through 12. Sounds like a lot, but again, it's Marvel Comics
Yeah.
Presents. They had multiple stories in each issue. So
Right. I think that the whole story, all 12 parts of it, equals roughly the equivalent of maybe 4 full-length comics.
okay,
Issues. I think, if I've done my page count analysis right.
so that's not bad. So each issue will basically each episode will be doing 2 and 2,
I
basically.
think that's it's around 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So,
That's all right. That's all right. We'll need room because we might have guests here, kids.
That's right. We may have some guests. We might have a full house over here on Marvel Tales, which would be fun.
Oh yeah.
Love that.
All hands on deck for that Man-Thing.
That's right.
It's a giant sized Man-Thing.
The Magnum Man-Thing.
Yeah.
Man-sized Man-Thing.
It's a Magnum Man-Thing, the most deadly weapon in the world. All right, so yeah, send us your thoughts, kids, or send us your thoughts on Hellstorm. Do you want more of that? I mean, we can get back to it eventually, but yes, send us your thoughts. Again, we're always open to requests, as we prove with
Definitely.
Ray.
Yes.
Oh yes,
Do
I
take
don't
requests.
know if we ever mentioned. Yes, there's a little change in the schedule. The first episode in November, we're going to do Captain Marvel 7 and 8 from 2012, and Generations Miss Marvel #1, because it seems like, as of right now, of this recording, the Marvels movie is still coming out in November.
It's
So
still, they haven't changed the date, so it looks like it is a go. I mean, they still have a month to change it, but I don't think they're going to at this point. I think they're going to keep it.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. November we get 5 episodes. Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
do that, and then the 2 episodes after that are going to be our Mackendale episode.
Mackendale.
Yes, our Hob Gobble Gobble tie-in month. Yes.
Yeah. Mac Daddy Mackendale.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna get Machine Man, Doctor Strange, Deathlock, and Ghost Rider. More Ghost Rider issues, kids.
Yeah. Love it.
And then episode 50, we're gonna do our Death of Captain Marvel special. So
That's going to be the big one.
yes. And then the last one of November is gonna be a Justin pick, that Fantastic Four 371 through 375.
Yeah.
There's at least
one of
2.
my personal favorites.
There's at least 2 special covers in there, kids.
Yeah, this is some embossed foil action going on there. Yep.
All right. So, yeah, so send us your thoughts on all of those. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics, episodes, social media, merchandise, the Patreon. Find, again, it's a grab bag. You basically get something different every month or every couple months. So
it's definitely worth it. Join me in the Patreon Elite. You get access to all the good stuff, including previous episodes like last year's worst superhero movie brackets, which is also the gift that keeps giving.
Exactly. And again, it's like eventually go back. I mean, there's Star Trek reviews on there. I mean, yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. You'll
It's all
find
kinds of
something
stuff. Absolutely.
Oh man, if you do the full $5 for the video, I mean, you go back do some of those superhero movie brackets, you'll get a topless member of
yes.
Lunatics on those videos.
That's true. You get some skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Also worth the price of admission.
oh my god. another part of his legacy. He appeared topless in the year 2020. God. So
That might have gotten some people through the pandemic. You never know.
maybe. All right. So find everything all in one place. That's tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. All right. Now on to this litany, this giant list, this scroll of things where you can find Justin every month. All right. You can find him here, of course, every week on Marvel Tales. You can find him the last episode of every month on We Are the Night.
The Batman Podcast.
Ray's favorite podcast.
Yeah.
Twice a month on Electric Mullet, the Superman podcast, our newest show, where we're covering Superman comics in order from John Byrne's Man of Steel on, for the most part.
So much fun. I love it.
Yes. And again, we have our upcoming Energon Universe podcast where me, Justin, and some Mountain Dew guzzling hillbilly cover the upcoming new Transformers and G.I. Joe comics coming out. So make sure to tune in for that right here on this feed.
Yes.
And if you thought that was enough, no. Justin does more. So Justin, tell them what else you do.
Yes. Besides those shows, you can also find me on Gamma Charge, the strongest podcast there is, with my pal Russell. And twice a month, we talk about everything to do with the Jade Giant from Marvel and the Jade Giantess, the She-Hulk. And we also have a Patreon, so do check us out on there if you'd like. We have bonus episodes every month as well. And we do live episodes every month where we review the new series, which are always fun. And we are joined by our friends Ray and Sparky over on Predator and Prey, the Yucha podcast, where we talk about Fox's Predator in comic books, movies, action figures, and more. And Russell and I also do a regular podcast, Gone the Form of Man, the Etrigan podcast, where we talk about a demon that we actually talked about tonight. He was referenced a little bit by a comparison when Satan was confronting Isaac the Gargoyle. He compared him to Etrigan the demon, which I thought was really clever and cute. But we are covering the entire Jack Kirby Demon series from the 70s, which has been super fun. And last but not least, The Lost Library of Legends, my solo podcast where I talk about obscure and forgotten comic book characters and series from the past 40 years, is now launched. And you can find the introductory episode now on certain podcast catchers. And possibly by the time that this episode is out, there might be another one or two available. We'll see.
Scream at! It's so salty.
My
My favorite biscuit.
all right, kids. All right. It's quite last episode. This episode and last episode, kids. All right, thank you.
We love spooky season.
Yes, again, come back next week for part 1 of a 2-part special. One episode could not contain this man thing.
That's right. It's so much man thing, it needs 2 episodes.
Might even get some help with that man thing.
You more than 2 sets of hands.
Oh my! All right, kids, come back next time, and remember, if I get this to work.
Could it be?